When someone first becomes a supervisor of others, you make a very significant transition from being an extraordinary individual contributor to someone who has to get things done through others. Getting the job done through others requires you not to just work harder and taking care, closing the deals for the team and, doing the installs for the team and so on. It actually is a full-time, difficult job to learn how to set clear goals, to learn how to provide feedback and coaching, and to learn how to manage and cultivate a healthy team dynamic. We see challenges with new leaders who don't let go of their previous job. They just take on the additional supervisory responsibilities. And that's a recipe for burnout. And it disempowers the team. We need to help those leaders embrace the fact that making my team successful now is my full-time job. And then for those leaders who are shifting to leaders of leaders, it is really vital for you to become a coach of leaders. And you need to learn to focus on systems, processes, culture, so that your team can deliver on your vision, on your strategy, even when you're not there. So your full-time job is to set up that team for success. And your full-time job is to coach the leaders on your team to run their teams effectively. So it's a significant trade-off for leaders, especially we see leaders who bring a deep expertise in their own technical space. It's almost inevitable that they'll slide back into their comfort zone to become the technical expert, to become the master salesperson, or to become the problem solver. The challenge, obviously, is that more problems you solve for the team, the more you disempower the team to learn how to solve problems on their own. So that's a very significant shift that leaders have to be willing to make. In fact, I remember, I think it was Sally Helgeson and Marshall Goldsmith who did a recent book about how women rise. And one of the examples that they used is, often women leaders show up working harder and bringing their body of expertise, and they want to, become that go-to expert. In that process, they neglect to do the real job of their leadership roles. So I remember one of the people they interviewed in their book is to say, for me to step further into leadership, broader leadership, I have to be willing to let go of being the expert. For those who are aiming to become enterprise level leaders, your role becomes much more about vision, much more about understanding and influencing the external market, understanding the strategy and influence that it takes to bring the entire organization forward. So you almost have to kind of stop relying on your own expertise, but learn to really create teams of great expert players. And you must become a master at fostering collaboration at scale. So as you can see, as you progress in the organization, the expectations of the roles are different, the skills are different, and leaders need to embrace that rather than kind of get themselves stuck